Hey guys, welcome back to Electrified Reviews. My name is Mitch, and before you try to roast me in the comments for being covered in sweat, just looking like a mess, I'm already roasting. I don't need to be roasted. I live in Texas. It's 102 degrees outside right now, but weather aside, we're here to talk about the City Robin X Plus from Euphree. Today we're going to dive into the specs, talk about some use cases, and tell you why I think this might be one of the most exciting commuter e-bikes of 2023. Welcome back, guys. Today we are unveiling the latest gem from Euphree, the 2023 City Robin X Plus. It's a premium feeling e-bike that comes in at an entry-level price of $2,099. Let's dive into the specs and see if my claims in the intro have any merit. From the first glance, the City Robin X Plus dazzles with its low step-through frame, perfect for easy mounting and dismounting. Paired with an upright riding position and a comfortable Velo Plush saddle, your rides are guaranteed to be a delight. The blue color frame we have here looks bananas when you get this just right in the light. It's got a nice little sparkle to it. Not really a spec, but just to let you know, it looks nice. The bike is powered by a removable 672 watt-hour battery, which offers an impressive minimum range of 30 miles. Coupled with the Bafang rear hub motor, rated at 500 watts and providing 80 Nm of torque, this bike delivers power, reliability, and efficiency. There's something to be said for cadence sensors, and it's a vibe in its own right, but a well-tuned torque sensor is an entirely elevated riding experience altogether, and Euphree really nailed it with this one. The City Robin X Plus is a true Class 3 e-bike, meaning it's equipped with a throttle and can assist you up to a whopping top speed of 28 miles per hour if you want to utilize the torque sensing pedal assist, which is ideal for those who like a little extra speed on their rides. Moving to the wheels, the bike rolls on 27.5 by 2.1 inch Kenda tires, ready for all kinds of terrain, paved or not. We don't get any sidewall reflective stripes here, but nonetheless, these tires are fun to skid around on. The Tektro hydraulic disc brakes feature a 180mm rotor up front and a 160mm rotor in the rear, meaning you can stop quickly when you need it. With a 7-speed microshift 26 gear set and microshift trigger shifters, we get enough gears to get a great top speed riding experience while also being able to drop it down and tackle some impressively steep climbs. The SR Suntour front suspension with 100mm of travel and an adjustable suspension seat post ensures a very smooth bump-free journey. You can fine-tune these bad boys to your weight and terrain to really dial in your ride feel with the preload and lockout adjustments on the front suspension. The fully integrated lights offer great visibility and safety for nighttime or early morning rides. Now, these things are honestly fairly bright, and the fact that they are mounted up on the handlebars is a safety bonus. It'll be easier for cars and other folks to see it. The City Robin X Plus features a vibrant color LCD display where you can monitor all your key riding metrics in real time, and instead of going into a ton of detail here, let's pause the review and take a deep dive into the display in our brand new section called "It's Too Hot Outside to Film Anything, so I brought the bike into my office where the AC is moderately more tolerable to take a deep dive into the settings menu." Or as we like to call it, I hot safasibim and actum datism. Yeah, we call it that. Alright guys, we are inside, not outside, in the 102 degree heat, and we're going to do a walkthrough on the menu for the City Robin X Plus. Let's go ahead and hold down the center button, which is our power button, and see the welcome screen come on here. Now it's going to tell us a few things. It's going to tell us our speed, battery percentage, what mode we're in. So right now we're in Eco. You can also put that in 0, Eco. I'm doing the minus and the plus buttons over here. Up to Eco, Tour, Sport, Turbo. So we've got 4 different levels, 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically 5, right? If you're gonna count 0 as 1, it's also gonna tell us how many miles we put on over here. I cleared that out on accident, so now it's at 0. As you can tell by the battery percentage, we have ridden this around a little bit, and actually we've already done the ride test, just to give you a little bit of idea what we're doing. So let's pop in here. Now if you press the menu button once, it's gonna bring up some information, so trip, the odometer, the time, and then that is what you can know there if you want to know a little bit of other information here. Now, if you want to dive into the settings and do some stuff, we're going to double tap this center button. So we're going to give it a double tap. It's going to be brightness here, so we can go in here and we can adjust the brightness 1 through 5. Got it on 5. Down here we've got the system. We can go in here, we can change it from imperial units to metric, but this is America, we're going to keep it on imperial. It's There's some other things in here. A lot of this stuff you probably wouldn't want to touch. So power system 40 volts, I want to leave that where it is. Power indicator, we can make this into from percentage to voltage. So if somebody wants to know the voltage, you can throw it in there. Percentage works for me, so I'll leave it there. We've also got the auto assist function here, which I believe is like the, what do you call it when you go and you just keep going? Cruise control. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, it took me a long time, so we can exit out of here. Go down auto off, so we can change the auto off time anywhere between 1 to, I don't know how many minutes on the top end. 5 is probably a pretty good chance. If you leave it alone for 5 minutes, odds are you're probably off it for a little bit, so we'll leave that as it is. Wheel, we can adjust the size. This isn't something you necessarily want to adjust. It's set at 27. We'll leave it there. Then we get to the advanced menu. In order to do that, you've got to put in the code. So we're going to go ahead and put in that code real quick. Boom. So once you get in here, you can set your speed limit. Obviously, we have ours unlocked. It's at 60 kilometers per hour, which, you know, that's pretty fast. I don't know if we're actually going that fast, but you can, basically it's unlocked at that point. Current limit, don't really want to mess with that. Pulls in the motor, don't really want to mess with that. Start strength. Now this is the spot where you can dial in the ride. So Euphree talks about this being 2 different, basically ride programs. So we got start strength 1, which is what we did most of the ride test in, and then start strength 2, or, you know, ride 2, which is going to be a little bit of a smoother ride. It's not gonna, it has a very smooth power curve compared to 1. I like 1, we're gonna leave it there. You can take the throttle on or off depending on if you want that, and then you can exit. So boom, there you go. Then we've got our factory settings here, don't need to mess with that. Password if you want to change that, and exit, boom. And that is gonna be what we can do with the monitor. The other things you do here is you enter the top button. Well, I'm gonna say enter, I was gonna go to walk mode, but let's do the light first, that's easier. I'm gonna press and hold this top button here. Boom, that is gonna turn on the light, which, you know, there's the light. And then go ahead and press and hold that, turn it off. Now to enter into walk mode, you're gonna press and hold this bottom button. Let's see if I can do this. We are inside, so let's see if I can lift this a bit. And it's gonna put us into walk mode. And as soon as we let it go, we're off of walk mode. So that is going to be it for our walkthrough on the monitor for the Euphree City Robin X Plus. Enjoy the rest of the review, because we made it for you. And that's the display, folks. So what sets this bike apart? In my opinion, it's the sleek design and functional features. It's got an integrated rear rack that can easily transport up to 100 pounds and much thicker fenders compared to the older City Robin X, and that ensures a cleaner ride in all conditions. Plus, the dope faceplate where the front basket connections are on the head tube adds a touch of sophistication. There are a few other features that set the City Robin X Plus apart from the older City Robin X model. Euphree has put significant thought into enhancing the riding experience. We had a few conversations with Daniel, the CEO over there, and to hear him explain, like, hey, we took rider feedback, we got polls, we built the bike that people wanted. It's nice to see somebody listening to their community and building a bike for those people. One of the key improvements is the integrated wires into the head tube, including the front brake cable on a suspension front fork, which is pretty wild. This contributes to the bike's sleek aesthetic and prevents wire damage. The looks are killer. I mean, you almost don't even realize it at first glance. Like, wait, aren't there supposed to be a bunch of cables all jumbled around up here? Not on this bad boy. They've added locking grips, ensuring they don't shift when you're riding, and these grips are actually a Euphree custom design that allows you to still install their available mirrors without sacrificing the locking feature that we love to see. They've also added a cafe rear wheel lock for added security. The cafe lock fits in well with the bike, and you can't really see it unless you know what you're looking for. They also have a great mounting point for the Euphree branded bike lock, which I have used on this bike, but also stole to use on a few other bikes during some errands. The City Robin X Plus now comes with a Velo plush saddle as a standard feature, enhancing comfort even more. The seat tube's also 2 inches shorter compared to the previous model, catering to a wider range of riders. They also offer a version without the seat post suspension, which lowers the minimum height requirements about another 2 or 3 inches. The torque sensor is another commendable upgrade. It gives the bike a more responsive and smooth ride, adjusting the power delivery based on how hard you pedal. And to make this feature even more versatile, Euphree offers 2 different programming options for customers. The one we used for the ride tests and all the other off-camera riding was the torque cure mode, obviously. That's just us, guys. If you wanted a more gradual power curve, the second programming option is there and easy to get into in the advanced settings menu, as we already displayed in the menu deep dive. Moreover, Euphree has switched the rear freewheel from a 14 to 28 tooth to an 11 to 28 tooth. Now, this upgrade fine-tunes the gear ratios even further, and when combined with the new torque sensor, eliminates the chance of ghost pedaling, thus offering a smoother ride. And let's not forget the new, thicker 12-gauge spokes in the rear, a small but important upgrade for added durability and support, especially when you're loading up a few items on the rack. As we mentioned, there's also the added cafe lock, which is an excellent feature for those quick stops when you don't want to carry around a big, bulky lock. I usually utilize both, and from what I understand, that's still the recommended practice for most folks. All these upgrades are evidence of Euphree's commitment to continuously improve and refine their e-bikes based on their user feedback and technological advancements. They've done a commendable job here with the City Robin X Plus, and if I might just throw in here, the City Robin X is not some lower tier e-bike either. I've had the chance to ride a few of them, and they're awesome. The X Plus just takes that great platform and really takes it to another level. At 60 pounds with a weight limit of 300 pounds, the City Robin X Plus is a sleek, powerful, and feature-packed e-bike that's worth every penny of its $2,099 price tag. Normally, we would just call something, oh, it's a fair value. I think the City Robin X Plus is undervalued. I think them selling it at $2,100 is crazy, honestly, so I definitely recommend pick one of those up before they come to their senses. It's clear that Euphree aimed for a balance of comfort, functionality, and style with this bike, and in my opinion, they've hit the mark perfectly. So if you're in the market for an e-bike that offers an upgraded premium experience without breaking the bank, the Euphree City Robin X Plus should be at the top of your list. So hop on and experience the ride of your life. And if you don't have one of their 60 dealers near you, let me be your guide on the ride test. Alright guys, we are out here for the ride test on the City Robin X Plus from Euphree. We've chatted about all the specs, I gave you my opinion, we did some real close-up shots with some stuff, and now it's time to get out and do the ride test. So let's not dilly-dally, let's pop on there and see what we can do. So we're going to kick this nice big kickstand they got here, hop on board, make sure that our camera's good. How's that? Up a little bit. Excuse me folks, having technical difficulties here. So we're gonna put in pedal assist level 0 and pull the throttle, but guys, nothing happens. So if it is in pedal assist level 0, throttle doesn't work, and that's just a nice little safety feature. I like to point out when we got it. And then per my usual, I did not downshift before it came to a stop. So left shift through these gears here and see what we can do. So riding this as a regular bike, honestly, this is not too bad. Got some pretty quick rolling wheels on here. Good pedal geometry. Now I'm a little bit low to get this angle with the camera, but if I was gonna have like a good pedal geometry, it'd probably be up about another, I don't know, 1.5 or 2 inches. And with that, I would have a really nice way to pedal here. Shifting up, quick, easy, snappy, and again, really not that bad of a ride feel. Go ahead and hit the brakes here, which we can stop on a dime. Put it in eco mode here. Let's go ahead and pull the throttle and see what miles per hour it stops at. Oh, she's going. Oh, she's going. Oh, okay, folks, we got full access to the throttle here. Now, I already knew that because I rode it around a lot this morning, getting all the B-roll and stuff for the review, but did my best acting there. Yes, so we do have full access to the power of the motor with this little throttle over here at all speeds. And here's, uh-oh. Look at that, we're going 24, 25. Now, we have our bike unlocked. When you get your bike, the throttle is not gonna take you over 20 miles per hour. This is a good class 3 e-bike. But for me, you guys know I like going fast. So here we go, fast. And going 26 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and hit those brakes. Nice, easy, controlled stop. I could have skidded out there, but you know what, we ain't got to do nothing like that. So having full power with the throttle here is nice. The suspension and ride feel here is probably second only to, for me, now this is just me personally in my experience, guys. About 6 months ago, I hopped on a Cyrusher Ranger for the first time, and they just have something dialed in over there with the full suspension. I also got another unit for this channel, so I've gotten to ride it twice, and that to me is one of the more comfortable e-bikes around. Now that is not in the same, you know, category as this particular bike. That's a, you know, off-road ready fat tire monster. This one, we've got those city streets. You know, we still got a little bit of grip on there, but this is something that's gonna roll a little bit faster in the concrete. And we've got some nice suspension up front. And then we've got this seat post suspension that is nice. Now, this is a Suntour suspension. There are some companies, they come out with something and it's just, well, you know, it's just like a little spring in a tube, and it's hard to call that suspension. But the Suntour seat suspension here works really well. Just doing a little off-road in case you guys were wondering where the heck I was going. And it feels real nice. We got those nice big plush saddles on there as well. So this is kind of just like sitting on a, I don't know, it's like a, has any of you guys ever sat like on a real nice tractor seat? You know, like the place you'd sit if you're riding around like a, you know, $250,000 tractor. Well, it's got just that kind of feel to it. I just feel like I'm up here, I'm crunchy, and then we have the option to dial it in. We can make it, you know, smoother. We can make it less smooth, which would be rougher, maybe you could say. Could be a good antonym there. But guys, that's the ride feel. I mean, it is comfortable, it's upright, I'm cruising. I mean, it is absolutely hot out here today. 102, 103 degrees right now, I believe. And I don't even think that's what it feels like. I think that's the, you know, the reg. So we're coming down over here. We are going to do a little torque sensing. Do our turnaround test here. Easy, linked into it a little bit too much. So let's go ahead, put her in turbo mode, and we're gonna use that torque sensor up our little embankment here. Let's rock and roll. Oh, that was it. Wow. That was actually really easy. Brakes. Brakes. Yeah, that was, I don't know, that felt like an EMTB climb almost. This is not, you know, rated as the, you know, most powerful, torquey sensor in the world, but man, that was a nice feel coming up here. Let's try it one more time. Wow, that is cool. I know I have, but for some reason, it felt like I hadn't tested a torque sensor on this particular knoll, which I'm pretty sure is inaccurate because I take most of the bikes there. Oh yeah. But something about that was just different than the cadence. Well, you know, obviously it was different because it's two different things. Oh, wow. Hit that torque from that 20 to 24, that was quick. Wow, we are cruising now. That's how you stay cool, folks. That creates your own AC. Hopefully you can find some shade. Okay, we're doing torque from about 15 to 25. Man, it's a very sporty feel. Now, as we mentioned in the review section, there are two different modes or programs that you could run. So you go into your settings and you can adjust it, and you can have an experience that's a little bit more toned down, smoother power curve, you know, it's not shutting down any features or anything. It's just tuning your ride a little bit differently. And we've got ours tuned in the more sporty version. So if you're somebody who's like, hey, I don't want that, well, guess what? There's another option for you. And just imagine what we did, but just more toned down. But yeah, going back to the comfort thing, having these nice, stable, ergonomic grips, a little bit of a swept backness to the handlebars here, seat post suspension, front suspension. It's just nice. It's just a pleasant thing. And look, we're trying to look at these bikes pretty objectively in the sense of, you know, if there's a $300 bike, yeah, we're not going to judge it the same way we judge a Reese and Mueller. But when you get a bike that is punching so far above its weight class, it is one of those where we got to be like, hey, this bike's actually really dope. So that is what I think the City Robin X Plus is. Now, I've ridden on last year's model, and while the same ride feel for the most part was there, this one it's got a little bit more performance in it. We get that full integration of the cabling up front, which makes this thing just look kind of magical in a way. Because if you look at the right angle, which I don't think is this angle, but my angle, you can't even see the cabling. It looks like this is just a magic bike that, you know, runs off of magic and unicorn dust or something. All right, now the ultimate comfort test. Will she make it off the drop? Yep, she did. And actually, that wasn't bad. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey now. Hey now. Sorry about that, guys. My cameraman is just he's one of those guys, you know, got him on Craigslist. Anyway, guys, I think that's gonna do it for our ride test on the City Robin X Plus from Euphree. If you guys want to know more about them, we'll have a link to them down below. And if you guys have any specific questions for me, let me know down in the comments. I love talking to you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.
That has been our review of the City Robin X Plus from Euphree. If you guys want to know more about them, I'll have a link down to them somewhere in the description. If you guys want to see the written review, some extra pictures, you can head on over to electrifiedreviews.com. Thank you so much for riding with us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right, guys, we are out here for the ride test on the City Robin X Plus. I can't remember that.